Hello, it's Joel Silver here with today's Children's Week Update. Welcome to Children's Week headquarters. The Children's Week fun begins April 7th, and it's just around the corner, so save the date. Meanwhile, we're here to keep you abreast and informed on all of the great events you can be a part of at this year's Children's Week, and you're looking at them on your screen now. And we'd like to take this update to remind you that there are some events that will require registration ahead of time. These events include guided tours of the Capitol on Monday, April 8th. The Children's Week Luncheon is on Tuesday, April 9th. Lunches will be handed out on a first-come, first-served basis, but if you're bringing a group along, you can also register them ahead of time to have your lunches set aside. So make sure you get lunch for your entire group. And for middle and high school students, the Youth Advocacy Workshop can help to shape you into an agent of change in your community. To register for the workshop, just send your contact information to info@childrensweek.org. These and many other events can be registered for online at childrensweek.org. Just visit the website and click on the Events tab to learn more. Now, this week we have a very special guest for an interview, and we do interviews each and every week here from the Children's Week headquarters to keep you up to date on what's happening. But this week, a key member of our team at Children's Week, and that is the Commissioner of Education.
Well, thank you for having me today, Joel. It's great to be part of the Florida family, the education family in Florida. It's great to be working with you on this very important event and working for Florida's children.
Dr. Tony Bennett is here with us, and Dr. Bennett, we want to talk to you about Children's Week, but first we want to get to know you a little bit because you are our new Commissioner of Education. So let's start. Please tell us how you got involved in education.
Well, my first interest in education came as a result of my experience with an inspired and an inspiring teacher by the name of Ron Valletta. Mr. Valletta was my junior U.S. history teacher, my freshman high school basketball coach, who demanded every day that every student and every player give their best. And he always used to say this to us: one of the greatest sins we can commit is not making the most of the gifts we've been given. And so from there, that inspired me to pursue why most teachers pursue education, which is to touch the lives of children. And from there, I went on to education school at Indiana University Southeast, got my degree in education at the hands of John Moody, a great professor and mentor, and then went through all the chairs of education. High school biology teacher, high school basketball coach, which everyone does in Indiana, assistant principal, assistant superintendent, superintendent, and then on to the state superintendency in Indiana, and then here as Commissioner of Education.
Okay, I know that Florida is always looking for good teachers. What would you say to a person who is looking to become a teacher in Florida?
Well, I actually had that experience. My daughter Trish came to me a couple years ago and said, "Dad, what do you think I change careers and become a teacher?" And her mother is a career educator, I'm a career educator, and I looked at her, I said, "Tricia, here's what I really need you to do. I need you to be really good at it. Because teaching is a hard job, and it's the most noble profession on earth, and there's nothing more important, other than a child's parents, than an inspired and inspiring teacher like Ron Valletta was to me." And so I very enthusiastically encouraged Trish to pursue teaching, with the understanding that she had to give it everything she has every day because the lives of children depend on her.
I love it. I have had some great teachers, Dr. Bennett, in my life, and we treasure all of them. Now, let's talk about the United Way and the partnership that you have with them. How can the United Way and the Department of Education work together to improve the whole system of education?
Well, first, I think it's advocating for children. We have to remember that the entire business of education, the entire educational experience, is focused on those lives who only get one shot at this. So be it advocating for early childhood education, be it helping develop mentoring programs, be it helping develop programs where we offer opportunities for young people to get into the workplace. We must have community partnerships so that every child has the opportunity to make the most of that one linear experience they have in education. And that's really what I believe the job of all of us, be it our not-for-profits, our businesses, our policymakers in the state, we should all focus on the lives of those children and their one experience in school.
Now, there's a lot of talk about the Common Core standards here during the legislative session. How are the Common Core standards going to help teachers and students?
Well, I've been in education since 1983, and we've seen a lot of education fads come and go, and the one thing I'm very confident of is Common Core is not one of those fads. As a matter of fact, I believe Common Core will transform the way students learn. It will transform the way teachers teach, and it will transform the way we assess our children and how well our students learn and how well our teachers teach. And it will be a transformative experience. It will put greater creativity back in the classroom. It will put more local control on schools as they pursue these world-class standards that give our students an equal footing nationally and internationally.
Okay, just a couple more education questions, and then we're going to move on to Children's Week for a couple minutes. But let's talk about technology. How are you implementing technology in education?
Well, it's probably going to be one of, if not the most powerful driver that we see in education. I don't think there's any question that every person who watches this today will very likely interact with technology as they go forward. And I think it's very important for us to think about how intentionally we have to deliver technology to children. If not, we're going to see the next great achievement gap. And that achievement gap is not one of how many questions kids answer. It's the ability of children who have means to navigate the digital age versus children who don't have means and haven't been exposed to the digital age, how well they are able to do that. And I think we must make sure that all children, regardless of their socioeconomic status, have an opportunity to be competitive in a 21st century in what's going to become an information age.
And obviously, you know, we've got a lot of students, a lot of teachers watching our updates each and every week. Where can students go to learn more about the Department of Education?
Well, the Florida Department of Education's website is fldoe.org. And we encourage everyone to visit the Florida Department of Education website. There's a tremendous amount of information that impacts parents, students, teachers, everyone as we pursue Common Core, as we pursue the many reform initiatives that Florida leads the nation in. And we think it's a valuable place to start.
Okay, Dr. Bennett, now let's talk about Children's Week because it's so close, and I know everybody in the department is getting excited about this. Tell me about the partnership and tell me how excited you are about Children's Week 2013.
Well, obviously, we will work very closely with Children's Week. I will actually be involved in the event for Children's Week. I think it's called the Hanging of the Hands. So we are looking forward to being part of that. We look forward to being a partner as, again, we influence the lives of Florida's most precious natural resource, and that's our children.
Okay, now we have the big event coming up, so what are you looking most forward to, and what do you think the kids are going to like the most?
It's exciting for me being a newcomer to Florida, seeing the incredible opportunities that Florida provides for people to come together and positively impact the lives of children. So I am very excited to be part of the experience, to be part of the event, learn more about it, and learn how we can help continue to drive great things for Florida's children.
Dr. Tony Bennett, thank you so much for joining us here at Children's Week headquarters, and we look forward to seeing you at Children's Week.
It's great working with you, Joel, and we appreciate the opportunity to be part of this and have this important discussion.
Okay, and that's going to wrap it up for one of our final episodes here from Children's Week headquarters. Remember, all the fun happens the week of April 7th here at the state capitol, and you are not going to want to miss it. Be sure to go to childrensweek.org for more information on what is happening. But for now, from Children's Week headquarters, this is Joel Silver saying we'll see you next time.